Thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel.
Now, the issue of budget padding in the Senate. Okay, we understand that Senate suspended Ningi over Ningi's allegation against the National Assembly for padding the 2024 budget with about 3.7 trillion naira. So, with all of that raising dust there in Senate, Femi Falana, the human rights lawyer and the senior advocate of Nigeria, has called on Akpabio-led Senate to reinstate Ningi now or face a legal action. That is it. Budget pardon, Falana demands Akpabio to lift Ningi's suspension urgently or face a legal action. So in a recent statement, human rights advocate Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, has urged for the immediate reinstatement of Senator Abdul Ningi, who represents the Bauchi Central Senatorial District, stating that his suspension violates his right to a fair trial, as reported by Vanguard newspaper. So Ningi faced suspension by the Senate on March 12, 2024, after raising concerns about the alleged pardon of over 3 trillion naira into the 2024 budget. Falana, acting as Ningi's legal representative, accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of violating Ningi's fundamental rights. So in a statement to Vanguard, Falana demanded Akpabio to lift Ningi's suspension urgently or face legal action before the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee. Expressing his disappointment, Falana highlighted Akpabio's role in overseeing Ningi's trial, accusing him of bias and violating legal procedures. So in a formal letter addressed to Akpabio, dated March 25, 2024, Falana challenged the illegality of Ningi's suspension, citing breaches of constitutional provisions and previous court rulings. So Falana underlined the importance of upholding the rule of law, citing previous court rulings that deemed similar suspensions unconstitutional. Stating the illegality of Ningi's suspension and the denial of his entitlement, Falana demanded immediate action from Akpabio to lift the suspension. So should Akpabio fail to respond within 7 days, Falana warned of seeking legal recourse in the Federal High Court for Ningi's restatement and reporting Akpabio to the Legal Practitioners Council for disregarding court judgment. Wow. So Ningi has gone to hire Falana to speak for him in this matter. And Falana has called on Akpabio and his Senate to reinstate Ningi immediately or face legal action. This one's serious. So it means that Ningi is not just going to sleep. Ningi is taking action to get himself back to the Senate. Sometimes our senators act with impunity, and now they forget that everything they are doing is within the should be within the ambits of the law. They make the law, and then the lawyers are the law enforcement group, okay, the law administrators. So now the law that they set up has now worked against them because they took an action that contravenes some sections of the law about this kind of matter. So now that Ningi has gone to meet Falana to speak for him, Falana has written a letter now to Akpabio to make haste and lift that suspension, reinstate Ningi, or face legal action for violating Ningi's fundamental right as a senator, and also contravening some sections of the law that already passed judgment on similar cases in the past and deemed it unconstitutional. So does it mean that both Akpabio and his own Senate are not aware of some of these things, or they just take action based on ill advice from some lawyers, or how did they arrive at making a decision? In Nigerian Senate, they don't debate anything. They don't ask questions. So if you say, hi, If you say nay, nay, the eyes have it. That is how they do. Well, they don't take time to read bills. They don't take time to read anything. They don't ask questions. They move at night to buy people. They bribe themselves to accept their bill so that they can just pass it without asking questions. First, second, third reading. So, with all of this happening, I'm sure when they were contravening the law concerning the suspension of Ningi, they never knew, okay, because they were not thorough. They are not so intelligent. They are also not informed about the same law. So now that Falana is bringing it to their notice, we are waiting to see exactly what Akpabio is going to do about it. This is serious. I must tell you the truth. So now that Falana has written Akpabio, what is Akpabio? Is Akpabio now going to take that letter to the floor of the Senate, or is he going to take the letter to his own lawyer to go and speak for him, or is he going to take the letter to the judiciary, that is the judicial arm of government, to go and treat it? We don't understand yet. So we are waiting to see what will be Akpabio's response to this letter that has been written to him to reinstate Ningi now or face legal action. One that shall never end, I tell you the truth. I'm sure because suspending Ningi without his entitlement, there is what they call violation of his right. And probably Ningi now does not have anything with him again. And rather than remain a puppy, okay, he needs to get back on his feet and start getting his entitlement again. Akpabioism. This Akpabio Senate is going to be something else, I tell you the truth. The way he does his own things without even looking back. Since Akpabio became the Senate president, he has been having a lot of gaffe. He has been goofing. In Nigerian slangs, you say he don't goof. He did goof from day one. They yarn up at they talk with him not supposed to talk. He does not have the courage of a Senate president. He doesn't know that he's number 3 citizen of the nation today. After the president, the vice president is the Senate president, even before the Attorney General of the Federation. So he does not understand all of that. He does not know when to crack a joke. He does not know when to say what is serious. He does not understand the choice of words in, with respect to occasions. So with all of that hanging around him, I tell you, he's full of blunders. He's full of blunders, and I'm sure he will commit more blunders going forward. Akpabio, the man that say off your mic. This is off your mic, Senator. I tell you the gospel truth. So now that Falana is acting on behalf of Ningi against Akpabio and his Senate, let's see exactly where this will land them. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.